The return of the empire on which the sun never set, a legacy that refused to die in a past not so long ago. There was no force more dominant than the British Empire. From India to Canada, the Caribbean to Australia, Britain ruled not just lands, but the seas, the skies, and the narrative. It was once called the empire on which the sun never set, because the sun always shone on some part of it. But after 2 world wars, rebellion, and industrial decay, the empire collapsed. The factories shut down, the military shrank. The colonies vanished, and Britain, once the master of the globe, became a quiet island with a loud memory until 2025. The comeback vision. Prime Minister Keir Starmer, leader of the Labour Party, did not promise a return to colonialism, but he did promise something else: national sovereignty and industrial rebirth. In February 2025, Starmer unveiled the largest rearmament and industrial investment plan since the Cold War, a dramatic increase in defense spending, reaching 2.5% of GDP by 2027, with an ambition for 3% soon after. But what matters isn't just how much Britain will spend, but how and why it will spend. The military revamp. Tempest Fighter, a cutting-edge stealth jet powered by AI and hypersonic tech, built to outshine the US F-35, with help from Italy and Japan. Expanded factories at BAE Systems and Rolls-Royce for jet production. Precision missiles and high-performance engines, especially in northern and central England. 12 new nuclear-powered attack submarines, built under the AUKUS deal with the US and Australia, giving Britain a deep-sea presence across the Pacific. Cyber and space command centers in Manchester and Swindon, focused on satellite control, cyber warfare, and orbital defense. 7 brand-new ammunition factories, giving Britain local munitions capacity, total logistical independence, and resilience in long-term conflict. America, the backbone behind the rebuild. The United States is more than an ally. It's a strategic engine behind this transformation. Through a UK-US, the US is supplying Britain with next-gen nuclear submarine tech and AI systems. The GCHQ and NSA now operate in full synchronization, monitoring Russian, Iranian, and Chinese threats. Joint military training, data sharing, and coordinated weapons systems are now the norm. The US isn't running Britain's defense, but it is amplifying it. This isn't just a military plan. It's an industrial resurrection. This is not a war project, it's a nation-building project. The new factories will generate thousands of jobs across England's forgotten manufacturing zones. The relaunch of domestic ammunition and aircraft production means Britain will no longer rely on China or Europe. Military technologies from AI to space sensors will transition into the civilian economy, just as the internet and GPS once did. The goal is to bring back Made in Britain, not as a slogan, but as a national reality. Drones and lasers, weapons of the future. Part of this rearmament includes cutting-edge, next-gen weapons systems, drones. Britain is developing advanced autonomous drones like Project Lank, designed to fly alongside Tempest fighters. New loitering munitions are being tested for precision ground strikes. AI-synchronized drone swarms are being built, capable of autonomous group targeting and engagement. Laser weapons. Project Dragonfire, a high-energy laser system capable of disabling drones, aircraft, and missiles at the speed of light. Without ammunition, successfully tested in 2024. With operational deployment planned by 2027, Dragonfire will be installed on Royal Navy ships and air defense stations, making Britain one of the few laser-capable nations on Earth. The NPR repositions. British presence is expanding across the Indo-Pacific, including operations with Japan and Australia. RAF aircraft are stationed permanently in Eastern Europe, reinforcing NATO's eastern flank. Negotiations are underway to reactivate old British military bases in Oman, Kenya, and even Germany. Britain is once again moving from observer to global actor. Critics and fears. Some call this plan a delusion, a debt-heavy country pretending to play superpower. Others see it as a necessity in a collapsing global order where soft power means little. Some warn that Britain is too tied to a strategy and risks being pulled into wars that are not its own. But Starmer insists, this isn't fantasy, this is survival. Will the lion roar again? In 2025, Britain is not rebuilding colonies. It's rebuilding confidence. It's restoring industrial pride, rearming a forgotten military, and asserting itself not to rule others, but to stand its ground. Keir Starmer is not just proposing a budget. He's launching a national revival, where sovereignty comes from strength, and dignity comes from production. So the question remains, will the lion roar again? Subscribe, like, and share for more.